So basically what I want to do is try and teach some of the newer players exactly, like, just some tips and tricks pretty much. And this one's going to be about Rookie Buster. So the first thing you really want to do is you need to figure out the ailments that the boss is going to do. So an easy way to find out, go to news, then right here, and it's slow and stun. So the main one you want to focus on is stun, because that can stop you from attacking, countering. Slow is annoying, but there's only so much you can do. So you basically want to come here. You can choose your difficulty 1 through 6. Preferably you do 6, but if you're a newer player, you're probably going to do some of the lower ones, which is fine as well. And then I already have a team made up that I'm going to try. I haven't actually got to try it yet. But so for this one, it's suggesting that we use water. And I guess just another way to figure out what is the best kind of stuff to use. Just go in with like a team with nothing in there, like just a naked team. So there's no buffs or debuffs initially. And we're just going to check out exactly what this Reveria is weak to and strong to. So it's not weak, or it doesn't resist physical, but it resists the magic by a lot. But then it's also weak to water by a lot. Then, you know, fire none, thunder none. Resist earth and light. So probably not going to be using Lena or Haruhime here. So let's go back and actually start getting a team together. So we're gonna do 6, because I think I can do that. So for me, I have this full water team. I got the new fin. I had to use 2 prisms, so it's something. So basically what you want to try and figure out for the team is you need to have a good amount of debuffs to help increase your damage. So for this one we have this Lafia that's going to help the Anniversary Reveria, because it has the magic resistance and the water resistance debuff. Plus she buffs her water damage and magic by 60%, which is also very good. You want good buffs as well so you can do damage. And then the Finn, he's physical. He doesn't really have any other physical guys to go with, but he has extra actions, which means you do this move, and then the next 3 actions that you do, he's gonna do a low water physical attack. So this is a skill 1. It buffs his strength and water by 65% for 4 turns, and he gets 3 extra attacks. Then his second move, which will debuff physical resistance and water resistance by 30%. This is already covered by the Lafia, but he needs this physical resistance debuff. Then his S3, plus 2 status debuffs per turn, which is going to help a lot. And it's a super, which is also very helpful. It has high penetration, which goes really good with his passive that increases his damage upon penetration by 20%. And I think that's about all you need to know. That debuff plus 2 is going to be kind of helpful. Haruhime also has that, the healer. Healer that's basically used for everything. Has the debuff that we want, 40% STR and magic, which is also really good for the Finn. Her S2 MP heals, which is very nice, and the counter and penetration, which is also nice for Finn. Then a 30% HP heal and a status buff and status debuff plus 2. So just a little tip for like some players that might not have everything. You don't need to be constricted by water. If you feel like you have better units that aren't water, then you probably have a better chance, you know? So let's say I don't have these units, and it's not weak to fire, so I could go to fire. And then just make a fire team. It's not weak to physical or fire, and it doesn't resist it either. So sometimes you gotta, adjust. You can't just use free-to-play water units when you have like super strong fight units, So anyways, they all need stun anklets. A simple way to do it is just use your auto equip. You can choose stun. I already have them on there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh no, I don't. Oops, look at me. Okay, so I guess just a simple way to do this is I want to put Haruhime in the front. Give her a lot of like the best armor I can give her. And put line back up front because line is gonna be a sack unit, and luckily you don't need to actually sack her. And you're gonna use one of these revolving anklets, so at the end of the turn she'll be swapped out for the 5th unit. And then you'll do that. You won't do that for her because she actually needs to survive 3 turns. So that's gonna be kind of annoying. So for her, I'm just gonna give her a slow anklet. I'll see if level 60 is enough. I might have to go lower. Or higher, you know. Okay, so a new thing they added is skill flow. I don't have any skill flow set up yet, but once you figure out your rotation and you have the skill flow, you'll be able to just auto this and life will be pretty easy. So she also needs a God, she does need one. I keep messing that up. So okay, so I'm gonna just hop in. So basically what you really want to do is ideally you start with buffs because you want to be able to hit as hard as possible the next few turns. So for Finn, uses S1 for buff. For Riv, you're gonna use her S1, which gives her water damage and SA charge, which is very good. Also S1 for her, that's her magic and water damage buff, and then S2 for idle line because she gives SA charge, counter rate, crit rate, and pen. It's gonna be very helpful. So let's see how this turn plays out. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. So then you want to do debuffs next. So let's do the S2 on Lethea for the magic resistance and water resistance debuff. S2 for Finn for the physical. The water's already covered. And then for Riv, she's gonna do another buff because she don't have really any debuffs. So you want to get her magic and dex next. And then for Weene, either or is fine. I think I'm gonna go with S1 first. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. It looks like it might bite me in the butt. Oh! Yeesh. Okay. Need her to live one more turn, so that might have bited me in the butt. And then for Finn, you're gonna use S3 because now you're all buffed up and debuffed. So now use his strongest move. Same thing Reveria, this one's going to do a lot of damage. And then for her, she's a little different. If I use her S3 right now, she's going to remove her magic buff. And you don't want that. It'll be magic and water for her, so we don't want to do that. So let's try this out. Oh my god. Yeah, she's dead. Well, that didn't go as I was hoping, but you can see this is some good damage regardless, but I'm just gonna, for video sakes, I'm just gonna keep going. Ideally for her, she survives. For Weene, she survives one more turn, uses her SA, which will debuff Reveria for 50% single target and AoE damage. So you can do even more damage, which is the idea with her. So we're gonna use... She has one more turn on this, but for her, she's gonna have to buff anyway, so might as well just use her S2 and Finn's S3. And then for Reveria, she removes buffs, so you might as well, use the S3. Then I don't think I need to, but I'll just Akane. I'm just gonna try and survive. Oh yeah, I'm doing no damage now. Yeah, that's good damage. Okay, let's see how hard she hits me here. Okay, that's livable. So I'm just going to... Actually, I don't think I need to use her S3. Because her S3 would buff extend and debuff extend. But there's no point, so I'm just gonna Sheikah, which is gonna give me the counter buff back. Then I'm gonna rebuff with all my units. rebuffing is important, and for Riv and Finn, it gives them their extra attacks back, which is very important. It's a lot of their damage. Okay, she's taking some good damage. I need to heal. I don't need to use this again because it's only the debuffs, so I'm just gonna use 3. She needs the buff, so she'll use S3, and she just uses S2 again. Okay, this ain't bad damage now. I'm tanking this pretty well. That's some good damage from Finn, as it should be. And go to S2 for her because I have her fully buffed. And then I could use the heal again, or I could, get HP, get my MP back for later. But I'll just use this again. Alright, so after this turn, Riv is gonna hit us hard with another SA. I'm just gonna Sheikah here. I want to get my MP back, just to keep me topped up for the end of the fight. So use S3 here, S2 here. She's gonna remove our buffs, so I might as well S3 here. Okay, man, I needed that counter here, that's good. Okay, I should live. I may have made a mistake on using Lufia's SA. I could have used that. Ooh, 4,000 damage, holy. Okay, I need to heal, then rebuff with everybody. And pray to God I don't die. Oh, she wants to clap me. Oh no, I think I might. Oh, never mind. She only hits once. I forgot. So here I'm full on SA gauge, but sometimes that's not necessarily what's supposed to happen. I think I might have made a mistake here. I probably could have used this SA earlier. Yeah, because it gives a water debuff. I could have used that earlier. So I made a mistake there, but I'm just gonna use, just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna use a 4. Because Finn's is going to do a lot of damage. Because it's 30% per target's STR and magic reduction skill. So she has the STR and the magic from my Haruhime. And then the square ones are from the assists. And this is from my Hestia, my Fiesta Hestia that came in first turn. So he's getting 4 stacks of that. So 30% per, so that's 120% damage increase on his SA. Hers also has, it's a 70% per water damage, and then removes STR and magic buff, so I can finally stop taking so much damage. And then the water resistance debuff plus 70% per magic buff. So they're all gonna hit relatively hard. And then hers, which is why she's super, always used, super important. Big heal, big STR and magic buff is 100%, and HP regen for 4 turns, or 3 turns. So that'll get me to turn 12, which is pretty useful. So let's go ahead and do it. You can just skip these aren't important. Unless you've never seen them before, then you should watch them, because some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty funny. Oh, that's a nice one, 2.4. Then let's see what Finn does. Okay, so Riv still hits harder than him on SA, even though she has the 80% magic resistance. Riv is so powerful. Super strong, man. Alright, so we can just use this. She doesn't need to do this because she got a magic buff, so going straight to 2. And then she can use her 2, S2 as well. And I'm going to counter buff, because I don't think, yeah, you're really full on that. 2 turns, that's null ailments, that's not important. That's fine. Yep, okay, so I can S2. I might have made a mistake thinking again, now that I think about it. Man, I'm glad this is just a test video, but I probably should have not quadruple essayed and saved one, because I don't have any magic removal except for Riveria's special art. So if we would have saved one, we could use it right now, and we would definitely survive. Now it's questionable. We'll see if I survive. I think we gotta double check, because another thing you want to make sure of is you always want to keep their additional actions up. So he still has 2 more turns. And then for Riveria, she has 2 more turns. So I'm just going to do this. And she is not going to use S3 this time, because on her last special art, Riveria's, she doesn't remove the buffs, so you don't need to. So I'm just going to use that for safety. I need to make sure I'm extra healed, because this is about to hurt. Yep, I don't think I'm living. Well, at least you guys got the picture of what you're supposed to do. You want to make sure that buff is gone most of the time. That magic buff, it's going to hit way too hard. Someone's dying. There's no way everyone lives. Oh, 6,000. Not even close, baby. Am I right? 48 HP. That's all I needed. So, gonna reapply one more time. And just heal and pray. There's no way I'd live this, is there? Nope. Not even fast enough. Well, Riv might live. Oh, yeah. I can still finish. Okay. Let's just keep healing. Yeah, she's gonna live this, man. Riv does not like taking damage. She just eats it up. Haruhime almost died, though. Yeah, that's big damage. Just use a special art, because why not? Let's slap back. Yeah, I really should have saved one SA, and then everyone would have lived 100%. Man, that's very unlucky that she Haru twice instead of hitting Riv twice. I lost some counter damage there. That's not bad. I got me up first, but I can get much higher. I'm gonna save this, just so I can review it. Because really all I need to do is fix one of these SAs. Probably use hers earlier. Yeah, okay. That should work out.